So the next concept is about user-defined data types. We already learned data types are classified into three types. Just a revision I'm telling. Data types are classified into three types: predefined data types, derived data types, and user-defined data types. Do you remember that one? Predefined data types are nothing but your int, float, char, double. These are all your predefined data types. Derived data types are nothing but your structures, arrays, pointers. All these are derived data types. We have the other category of data type is there, and that is called as user defined data type. Under user defined data types, we have two ways of designing our own data type, that is by using typedef and enum. Okay, so in today's class, in this lecture, we will be learning about those two user defined data types. Okay, so first one is typedef. Typedef is a user defined data type. What do you mean by user defined data type is we are not going to design our own data type. Whatever is already existing, like int is already existing, structure is also existing, let us consider. For that, if you want to give your own name to that data type, then that can be done by using your user defined data type, that is typedef. Okay, the only use of typedef is that the use of typedef is to you give a new name to the already existing data type. Let us consider you got bored of using this int always. So for this int, you want to rename this int to your own name. Let us consider. Then that can be done by using your typedef. So typedef is nothing but just giving a new name to the already existing data type. Okay, so to do that task, we need to use a statement called typedef. All are small letters only. You need to use this statement to give a new name to the already existing statement. So already existing data types are nothing but int, float, or else you can go with the struct whenever you are designing any struct student. And for that also you can use typedef. We already used that one in our earlier case also. So the declaration is very simple. I'll show you how to use this typedef. So you can see whenever you want to use typedef, the syntax will be like this. You need to use a keyword called typedef, and then you need to specify which data type name you want to rename, and then you need to give a new name. Very simple. The syntax is very simple. Use typedef, tell which data type you want to rename and what is the new name for that one want to give, and with the semicolon. So here is an example. So I want to give a new name to int, and the new name for int is number. If you are not writing like this, you will be writing int. If you want to declare any variable, int a you will be writing. But later on, before this, if you write typedef int number, then that means in place of int you can write number. So that means you can write number a. You can declare variable like this, right? Then number ABC, that this is nothing but number ABC is nothing but you are declaring three variables int ABC like that. Okay, just rename it. For your understanding, you will be renaming like this. So if you want to rename, you can simply rename like this. You can see one example here. I have declared a header file, and then in the main method, I am renaming int as number. So I have declared three variables A, B, C. With the data type number. Number is nothing but internally it is of int only. There is no internal changes. Only the name has been changed. And this number is our user defined name. Okay. And then A value is assigned to 5, B value is assigned 5. We have simply performed the addition. And remember, whatever format specifier you are giving, that format specifier should match to its original data type only. And you need to close this program. The only modification here we have done is, if you are not writing this statement, this line should be declared as int a comma b comma c. But if you want to have your own name for the already existing data type int, you need to add this line, and then you can change this statement to this statement. The rest of the code is same. Just for renaming purpose we can use. So make a note of this statement, all of you. So the output of this program will be 10. Got it? So this is how typedef can be used. Remember, there is no complication in this typedef. Always the typedef is used to rename the already existing data type. That's it. Very simple. But whereas coming to the enumerated data type, this is also a second type where we can have your user defined data type. Now, what is the use of this enumerated data type is, uh, in this case, if you see type def is nothing but simply renaming. But in enumerated data type, you can define your own data type and you can tell that data type should be accepting which values also you can tell. Like if you see your predefined data type of int will accept all the integer values. Got it all of you? Char, if you are declaring, it will accept all the character values. Similarly, if you are using enumerated data type, then here you can define your own data type, okay? And you need to tell while defining your own data type, like which possible values it should accept also. It is our responsibility. That means we are creating our own data type, a new set of data type we are defining using enumerated data type. Okay, so how that can be done, we'll see. Okay, so if you want to assign like you want to have these values in your data type and these values should have a default values like this. Then if you want to assign like this, then that can be done by using enumerated data type, and the keyword that we are using is enum, enum. The keyword that we are using is enum. We need to use this one. Now, how to design our own data type and that data type, what values it will be accepting. To do that task, we need to follow some syntax. So, what is the syntax is? This is the first way. Observe here, enum is the keyword. You need to tell the name of your data type. Whatever name you want, you can give that name. And then you need to tell the values that will be accepted by this name. Normally, if it is int, let us consider int will accept 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like this values. Characters will accept A, B, C, D like that. Here we are defining our own enum. Enum stands for enumerated data type. You are telling like I am defining my own data type and what is the name of that data type and what values it will accept. Like that we need to tell. So this is the first way. Here by default, the constant will be referring to a value of 0, constant 2 will be referring a value of 1, constant 3 will be referring a value of 2. That is by default. Suppose if you want to change these values also, then that can be done like this. You need to write flag and whatever value you want to assign. Default value is 0, but if you want to assign some other value, you can assign that one. We'll see one example also in this case. So these are the two syntaxes, with a default value and with a defined value. Okay, so example is, suppose you have defined week is my data type. My data type is week and this data type accepts 3 values: Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. Okay, so you have defined one data type. Now for this data type you have to define one variable. Listen, don't get confused. Data type in this case is enum, stands for enumerated data type. Enum is a keyword. Okay, enum will be allowing us to design our own data types. Okay, now normally in case of predefined, int is already defined and using int you will be declaring variables like int a. Are you understanding? Here we need to define our data type first. Our data type is week now. Week is the data type like int. Week is our data type. And to this week we need to define a variable. So same, we are defining a variable called day in our example. Understood? In earlier case, this task is not required for us because it is a predefined, just we have declared our variables. But if you are defining your own data types, you need to design the data type first. You need to tell what values it can accept and you need to define the variables for that. Or else these two statements can also be combined. These two statements can also be combined like this. How it will be combined? See, enum, week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday are written, and following you need to tell the variable name also. So you can use this one or you can use this one. Any one of these two can be used. Okay, so let us see an example for this one and then we'll see the example for this one. So the first case, if you see here, what is the first case? Enum, flag, constant 1, constant 2, constant 3. This syntax if you are using, what will be happening, we'll see. So let us take this one. In this case, header files are declared. In the main function, I have created a data type called month and this month will accept these values. You need to tell the set of values also, it will be accepting because we are designing our own data types. Okay, now I have created a variable called e month of I. Got it, all of you? Now I am using I value starting from Jan to I value starting up to December. I am trying to print the value of I. Why I have used a percentage D? Because the default value of Jan will be 0. The default value of Feb will be 1, 2, 3. Because that is what we learned in the earlier slide. Earlier slide, the constant value, default value will be 0. Constant to default value will be 1. Similarly, that's why these are of integer type. That's why I have given percentage D. Okay, this is end of your program. Now, if you are running this program, the output we will be expecting is this one. 0, 1. This will be run from Jan to December. Each time the I value will be incremented means it will come here to the next iteration and the next iteration will come. Its value we are displaying. That's why you are getting 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. You are not getting this value. Are you understanding? But if you don't want to give this value, if you don't want to get the default value, you want to get your own defined value, then we need to go with the second type of syntax where you can assign your values here. These values can be your integer values or these values can be your character values also. Any value can be given. So I have given here for Jan instead of 0, I want to forcefully give a value of 11, for this 22, for this 33 and for this 44. I have assigned these 4 values only. So I have declared one variable of month data type I, and I value starts from Jan to April, and then I am trying to print the value. So in this case, what value you will get? You will get an output of 11, 22, 33, 44. We are not getting 0, 1, 2, 3. We are getting our forcefully assigned values only. And remember, if you are trying to assign a value which is not defined here, we will be getting an error. Got it, all of you? If you are not assigning, can have only a value of Jan, Feb, March and April only. If you are assigning I value something else, then we should not, we will be getting an error. Why? Because that has not been decided here. Now, what is CLR SCR? It is already told to you. CLR SCR is nothing but clear screen. It will be clearing your output screen. The earlier output, if whatever you have on your output window, that will be completely removed. We have already used that one in our earlier programs also. So whenever you want to use this CLR SCR, the header file that will be used is conio.h. Okay, I have not written here, but whenever some compilers requires this header file to be written here. Okay, some compilers can accept only stdio.h and they will work with this. Okay, so this is how enum, enumerated data types, that means your own defined data types can be defined using this enum. Okay, so this is how user defined data types like typedef and enum can be worked. It's like if you want to rename the already existing data type, you can use typedef, or else if you want to design your own data type, then that can be done by using enum. I hope you all are clear with these two concepts, typedef and enum.